Hi, everybody. Welcome to another chat session on Through the Noise. And I have been finally able to catch hold of Sneha Nair, right, to talk about branding and how different social channels like Reddit can be used. For a quick context, Sneha has been the brand manager for some of the leading companies over time. And the one thing that she brings to the table into this conversation is actionable strategies that you can use. And we're going to be dabbling with Reddit today. Welcome, Sneha. Thank you for joining today.
Hey Vanishika, so glad to be finally on this podcast and sorry for the long wait.
I think long waits are always in a way good, better prepared. I was able to deep dive into Reddit a lot before I finally had you on the podcast. Okay, so let's begin. Reddit is often called the front page of the internet, especially today, because the citations have increased suddenly and Reddit's importance is like really high up. But many brands are really hesitant to touch it. Why do you think that is the case? And what are they getting wrong about Reddit?
I feel like because Reddit is such an authentic platform, you can't game your way through it. You have to be your real self. Your brand needs to have a personality. So brands that tend to stick to the marketing playbook may not necessarily find Reddit to be their marketing one of the marketing functions that they would like to work with. So I've seen this working with other companies as well. The thing is, with Reddit, you need to be very quick with answers whenever you see a brand or an industry term being mentioned. You need to go and immediately answer that. So you can't go through that various rounds of approvals. Oh, can I post this answer? Can I say this, that? Those things may not work in your favor. So I think that's why a lot of brands who have a lot of these approvals and everything, they might try to steer away from Reddit. But brands who are very, up with the game, like they know that marketing is very ad hoc stuff, like you need to be very quick and everything. Those kind of brands tend to work really well with Reddit. So I think the classic example, like go and see Duolingo or someone like that, right? They all are super active on Reddit. They have an active community. They engage with their audience in a very authentic way. So that's what Reddit is all about. Reddit is just about being authentic and not trying to be this salesy promotional self. So and a lot of brands, the end goal with them is to get revenue. The end goal is to get leads. So that will not work on Reddit. Redditors hate that kind of stuff. So yeah.
I think I second you there because it's tougher to crack and they treat it, it's a community. I feel they treat it as a promotional platform and it doesn't let them do that. So it's like, let's just not do it, or they put it on the back burner for a very, very long time until, of course, their competitor starts to use the platform very, very actively. But I've
Yes.
seen that ignorance really come in.
Hmm.
Which brings me to that next question. Unlike other platforms, which you did briefly mention, right? Redditors are quick call outs to self promotion.
Yeah.
How can brands participate authentically without coming across as salesy?
So that's a very tricky thing to do. But when you do it right, Redditors will love you. So this is something that I've tried as an experiment with the company that I've worked for, wherein instead of hiding the fact that you are a spokesperson of the company, you tell that, hey, I do work here. I understand your pain point, and this is how I have helped some people. Happy to chat and discuss a little bit more about your problem. No need to like sign up or anything. I'm just happy to just chat with you or have a detailed discussion on whatever issue you're facing. And that has really worked. Like people positively respond to that. They say, hey, thanks for all the insights that you've provided. And of course, when you're responding to them, don't just make it sound like you are selling just the brand that you're working for. Like it's okay to say, oh, this particular competitor is doing something that we may not have right now. So again, coming back to the whole being authentic part, being the most real, being the most truest form of your brand, that will help a lot. Being super super transparent is what I feel helps a lot. So that really works. Redditors like that. And if you try to do a little bit of promotion, which I've again done in my
Mhm.
initial few years working with Reddit, people will be like, hey, like we don't like this. And they will be kind of rude also, like Redditors, just because they don't have their name and everything, they are hidden behind their Reddit username. They are like their truest self there. So they become very rude also. So you need to be very careful about how you're answering to certain questions there.
Hmm.
So yeah, and also I've seen this with ads as well. Like I have run Reddit ad campaigns, and if you leave your comments open, which is a good thing, if your ad is also good, but people will come and bash you. They will be like, another Reddit ad, another Reddit promoter. What is the use of it? And they will judge your ad like the cruelest judge possible. So they will say, for example, there was a QR code campaign that I had run, and I asked people to sign up for a QR code platform which is paid. People came and asked, why do we need to pay for a QR code when it's going to be freely made on any other platform? So that was a genuine feedback also that we've received on Reddit. Like when we run these campaigns, we get to understand how the people are feeling about your brand, about what you're doing. So even if it's negative, it's a good thing to take back and give it to your product team, give it to your management, so that we can tweak our product, we can tweak our brand accordingly. So yeah, that's what I think about it.
No, I think one of the things that when we started to use Reddit for beyond SEO and really community marketing, Reddit marketing, we realized that it's not that one shot win. Whether it's a very good ad campaign or it's a damn nice community thread that you've created, like you said, there are haters on the platform, right? Sometimes it's your competitors, sometimes it's just people who are like, why do you exist over here? So we started to experiment with something, and it's my own profile, right? So I hadn't used Reddit very actively, at least my own name, my own designation, in a very transparent way for years. And very recently, I started doing it. So I was like, okay, let me just first contribute to the platform. Just see what kind of conversations are people having. What are the problems that they are facing, and what do they want to talk about in general in marketing, or about, let's say, go to market strategies. It's slow. One thing that I've realized, it's slow if you want to go very high on value and you don't want a backlash. But at the same time, we've also been experimenting with another tactic within the company, right, for our clients, where we use those little growth hacks of purposely trying to trigger, or let's say what this generation calls rage bait, right, around certain conversations, just to increase the karma points so that we live faster. So experimenting both the approaches. Now, with the growth hacking kind of thing, of course, we are able to get to the point of promotions faster.
Hmm.
Right, because you've gathered that karma. With my kind of approach, where I'm manually really managing my own profile, I'm going very slow. The one impact that we are seeing is no backlash so far, no weird comments. People are genuinely wanting to connect. A lot of those people, a lot of those Reddit users have converted to my LinkedIn connections, and associating my brand name in my profile has bumped up our brand keyword search.
Yeah.
So I was literally mapping it. I was like, okay, this is the day I'm starting. This is where we are at. This is the only channel that I am currently promoting, not even promoting. I'm just answering, and it's just there in my tagline.
Hmm.
Let's see what happens. And there is definitely a bump, but I do feel that it's slower if you're going just high on value and wanting to avoid the negativity. But I think negativity is a good thing. Like you said, there's a lot of feedback, a lot of insight on the platform.
And that's exactly what I have also done. Like the campaign that you just said, right? You can see that increase in brand search volume. And so we did this for a company that I had worked for earlier, wherein we ran a focused 1 month campaign on Reddit. There was not a lot of other things going on, but this was the main focus. I was not doing anything else apart from Reddit, and just answering questions in an authentic way, making sure that I bring up the brand name once in a while and things like that. We saw a clear uptick. Say, for example, I started the brand mentions on 1st of September. We saw that from the 2nd or 3rd of September, there was a increase in our brand search volumes as well. So that was a great thing to see, because that proves that, Reddit as a channel can work. Like if you put the right kind of effort, in the right manner, it will work for you in your favor, in your brand's favor. So that's really great to see, to finally prove that a social channel does bring in some value back to the brand.
Yeah, I just think that everybody's way of measuring success these days is just pure conversion. It doesn't work like that, especially with AI now. I think that when we used to say, right, sentiment analysis, when we used to say brand mentions, brand market value, All of that now has suddenly become important because, well, if you were thinking that somebody's going to read and convert, I don't think anybody does anymore. It's a lot of touch points these days. Coming to the next question, which is like about subreddits, right? Those subreddits are like highly niche communities. What's your approach to identifying the right subreddits for a brand, and what should marketers look for before joining the conversation?
So first, in the first part, let's talk about how to identify the subreddits, right? What I do is a basic search of the keyword that I'm looking for. So, for example, if I'm looking for a keyword which says marketing strategies, like what are they doing? So I'll just search for that on Reddit first, see what are the subreddits that are popping up in the search. And the other way is also to track using a tool like Octolens, which is a social listening tool. So just tracking where the conversations are happening the most and then making sure that you are a part of that subreddit and then contributing authentically. So that's how I identify wherever your keyword is concentrated in, that subreddit is the one that you need to tackle first. And then obviously other subreddits keep popping up as and when you keep tracking, right? So that's how I identify subreddits. There's no other funda here, just keyword mapping and finding the right one.
How do marketers approach conversations that they should join or, let's say, should not join?
Yeah, I mean, unless you have something meaningful to contribute, just don't contribute. Because there's no point going there and just saying some random thing which will not contribute to the conversation. It will just, people will downvote you. It's not going to help with your profile as well. I have seen that happening. There will be one AI generated comment in a Reddit thread that I'm posting. It I specifically remember it was some SEO guy who would just come and give me some random gyan on whatever I'm doing. And I'm like, this is not even related to the question I've asked. So people, if not me, someone else has also downvoted them. So it's going to hurt your profile. So unless you have something meaningful to contribute, if you think you have some knowledge there to share, do not go and just give some random gyan. That's what I would say.
No, agreed. I think that should hold applicable across platforms. I see people commenting through AI. And initially, I used to think that, oh, somebody has read my post and they're asking me a question. And then I realized it's the same profile posting comments on my content, and it always ends with a question. And I'm like, that can't be. And all the questions are tailored to say something like, who is this best for? And
Hmm.
I'm like, okay, now that's a pattern. Now that's AI. That's just simply going deleted or downvoted. I'm like, no, that's absolutely senseless. I think one of the things that we are currently experimenting with just to keep like content strategies very, very aligned with all the efforts that are being made on Reddit as well. And also because social listening tools are expensive for most startups, right? I think one thing that we are doing is using content pillars and clusters as your overarching, themes that you want to talk about on the platform. And that's how we find subreddits too. And although one of the things that actually also does help in another thing, which is if you're focusing on a certain pillar for a particular client who, kind of wants to be known across five pillars, right? But the first quarter is focused on one. So the
Yeah.
subreddits, when they move with that pillar, we've realized that the impact is manifold,
Hmm.
right? Because now you're not scattered on any platform, you're getting the message across in a very coherent way for that one pillar. So everything ties back to that one pillar. That's one experiment that we repeatedly have done, and it's been working really, really well. But yes, I second you on the other part, which is that if you don't have anything of value to offer, I am one of those people who also say that don't even publish content.
Hmm.
Reddit is one platform. Just don't even write a blog if you don't have anything unique to say, because there's this too much noise out there.
Exactly. Everybody's giving some or the other gyan. You need to stand out of that. And how can you stand out? By actually giving some actionable value, some
Yeah.
actionable, meaningful stuff that people will be like, okay, this is the go-to source that I want to
Yeah.
look at. So yeah, that matters a lot. And this content pillar thing is a huge learning for me as well. I think that that's how people should approach Reddit. That's a great way to do that.
From your experience, what are the types of content or
Hmm.
formats? Right? Could be discussions. I think you've experimented with a lot of things on Reddit, right? Which are the best formats for platforms like Reddit?
I'll go from the worst ones to the best. I've
Yeah.
tried polls. does not work. People do not engage with that at all. I've tried AMAs. I haven't actually really tried with that, but I have seen other people try. Unless you have a person who people look up to, I don't think it would work. Like someone who is very well known within the community, they are hosting an AMA and it's been promoted widely.
Mhm.
Unless you do that, I don't think it's a format that works really well. Apart from that, the general Reddit discussions, right, wherein first you're explaining your problem, you're asking a question which is very clear. Like, you don't ask a very open ended question, you ask a very focused question. Like, for example, I was in the marketing subreddit asking for a tool for social listening, and I had a bunch of people come in and say, okay, I've tried this tool, I've tried that tool. Also, my question had a bunch of things that I have tried myself. I said, okay, I've earlier tried just doing Google Trends, I've done this manual search and things like that. Now, what do I do? So, we came up with a lot of solution based on my experience as well. Okay, since you've already tried this, why don't you try that? So it generates a very like a very meaningful conversation within the community. So I found that more helpful, and I've seen in that one Reddit thread also, I saw some founders of these social listening tools coming and authentically promoting their services, right? So that's who I went with also.
Mhm.
Opulence is the platform that I just told you about, right? So the founder reached out in a very nice way and she explained, okay, this is how we are building the product. And I tried it out and I really liked it. So I think that's how you make use of a Reddit discussion, wherein you ask the right kind of questions and you'll get the right kind of answers. And brands who can jump on that conversations also, they will find the right way to insert their brands there.
So it has to stem from sort of your experience and it
Yeah,
needs to sound genuine. I
yeah.
think now I know why so I had tried, so I'm based out of Noida, right? So I wanted to really, kind of understand that how many marketers are there. Let's say if
Mm.
we want to conduct a small workshop, a closed door workshop with just 5 to 6 people, how many people are really there? That is something that I posted. I got a lot of DMs, but not like a lot of comments. And a lot of people I connected with over here now who are looking forward to the workshop, and I need to do that now ASAP. And then the second was like I had asked for a suggestion for a tool very similar to you, where I genuinely shared that, okay, I'm facing this problem, both like from the cost of the tool to the features that are limited there. So, what is the stack that you're using for a startup that's really, really running lean, right? Because when we have to suggest tools to our clients, it's like constant battle between marketing budget and tools budget. So, we're like, that we're not able to convince, and people were generally helpful. So, I think those have worked better. But yeah, when you're not specific, I feel that
Yeah.
that's where the engagement really, really drops.
Engagement also, people will not take the effort to answer your question if it's not very focused also. So
So
yeah.
true. So a lot of marketers, right, underestimate the role of listening on Reddit. And you did bring it up, briefly where you said that even when there are negative comments, there is a lot of input right there, right? You know how to fix the product, you know how to fix your campaign. So how can brands use Reddit as a research and insight tool beyond just the regular posting that we've been talking about?
Yeah, I think tapping into these conversations, like fortunately we can see Reddit throughout the years, like whatever posts that have been since like I think 10, 12 years ago, you can still access those posts and figure out, okay, how has a particular thing evolved from then to now. So that's a great way that brands can also understand, okay, this was the sentiment earlier, this is the sentiment now, how has it changed? So I feel like, yeah, that's one way. Again, social listening tools come into the picture. You can figure out some tool which will help you track the right conversations, and you can make sort of like a one pager out of it which will help you understand, okay, this is the current sentiment about your field, about your industry that you're going to crack into. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think I have a lot to contribute to this answer.
No, I mean, that's practically it. You've practically answered the question, because another thing that, we are using or we were using initially as well, and then now we're using at double the pace is finding out things that people care about or
Hmm.
want to talk about or want to know more about, and then weaving it into, let's say, your content marketing and SEO strategies.
Hmm.
Because, see, product feedback is almost crystal clear, right?
Hmm.
Because anybody is going to drop you a bad review on G2, you know immediately what to fix or what to address. On Reddit, of course, you get bashed even further and it's brutal. That is one part for sure. And like you said, social listening. But for those who are like managing things pretty manually, not through a social listening tool, because we were working with a social listening tool. And so we were using the best of both worlds, where we were using the tool, but we were also getting into conversations purposely, especially around, let's say, competitors. And honestly speaking, the best of our content ideas came from there. So we didn't even have to go onto the competitor's side. We were like, that's what you don't like about the competitor. Let's tap into that. So we tailored all the ad campaigns. We tailored all of those, further content ideas, whether it was an ebook or a playbook, it was usually based on what Redditors are really talking about, and it turned out to be a good win. But yes, of course, it depends a lot on the timing. As you mentioned, we can see a lot of the conversations around the year, right? And it traces back to years and years. So you have to be really, really relevant and take a look at that. Okay, does this matter even now, or is it just thing of the past? That's for sure.
And also, in case of feedback, also, right? Running a small, focused discussion in a community where you ask for genuine feedback, people will be willing to give you that, even if it's like going to be a little brutal. But I think I've seen that work not for a brand that I've worked for, but I've seen other founders being very active on subreddits, like, there are startup founders, entrepreneurs. All of these subreddits have a lot of founders coming there and saying, hey, why don't you try out my beta product and give feedback to me? I feel like that is also a great way to just understand how people feel about your product and then taking notes from there.
Yeah, it's a good idea. We are doing a little bit of repackaging of, how we package our services, because obviously AI, right? And there is a lot of back end work, there's a lot of front end work, there's a lot of community work. So we are also trying to repackage it. I think I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to post it as a Reddit discussion. And then I'll probably send you a link as well, that what do you look for in an agency if you had to work for with an agency? I think that should be a great idea. So, what are some pitfalls or horror stories that you've seen with Reddit marketing, and what lessons can other brands learn from them?
I think I would give my example here. I'll get back to that ad campaign that I had run for a company which is doing QR codes in general. So the pitfall there was that, we tried to advertise a product which people knew that, there is a free way to do it. And keeping the comments on was a big mistake there, because people just came and they were just bashing us right and left. The comments had more upvotes than the post itself. So you can
Wow.
imagine the kind of comments we had received. Those were hilarious, to be very honest. I loved it. But it was good feedback to send back to the team as well. So that was one very not a good experience for us in terms of Reddit ad campaign. In the organic sense, I think again, like, going there and promoting myself, promoting my brand, saying that, hey, why don't you try it out, without providing any value in the answer. I think that was the initial lesson that I found out when where I understood that Redditors hate people who will just come and self promote. And also, there are a bunch of communities which clearly specify that, do not promote any of your products. Only if you have something really meaningful to contribute, come and contribute, put a post or something like that. And I have done this, like, I had done this mass campaign wherein I just went and copy pasted a post into multiple subreddits. That again did not work out. I had to tailor the post for each subreddit. You can't just do this once, spray wala ideology here. You can't just copy paste things into multiple subreddits. So you have to be authentic to each subreddit, meaningfully contribute to each subreddit. Otherwise, it is going to give you such a bad backlash that it'll be hard for you to recover. You might as well just shut off that Reddit profile and start a new one. So
Yeah.
yeah, those were some of the pitfalls. I think it all comes back to the same thing. Be authentic, be meaningful, be helpful in whatever you're saying on Reddit. Otherwise, people are going to hate your brand absolutely. And it will give a bad sense to your brand perception also, because people will be like, okay, these people are not really authentic. Why should we even try that brand? So
Mhm.
yeah, shouldn't get to that stage. So being a little careful with Reddit is always going to help.
Yeah, no, I second that. In fact, I feel that, whatever that you do on Reddit does have a spillover effect on everything else.
Yeah.
I have like two horror stories here. One being that, the brand campaign was fantastic, but the comment section blew up, similar to yours, right? It was a social media marketing tool. And as we all know, that social media automation tool suddenly had like this pickup phase. Everybody was doing social automation and they got a lot of backlash. And here is what they did, which went wrong. So instead of taking the feedback or responding to comments, because the comments were not technically bad. They were just questions. The people were like, if we can schedule on the platform, why do we need your platform? And why do we need to pay so much for it? So the team, instead of addressing these queries and using that as an opportunity to highlight what they do better, they deleted the campaign. And here is what happened. Traced other campaigns on other platforms and commented the same thing over there. In fact, they went one step ahead and that hate spilled over to other review platforms.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh my God. I said, instead, if we control the situation on Reddit itself, they wouldn't have come onto other platforms because you ran an ad campaign with such a big budget. So you reached a lot of people, but you did not answer a lot of people. So people went looking for answers and then they posted how you did not respond to them on Reddit. So that got you a lot of negative points. And that
Yeah.
was one. The second was, the typical way of course, like I said, growth hacks. Everybody wants to use growth hacks so they can start to reap benefits from Reddit quickly. So there was this one profile I was being set up and a lot of karma points gathered. And the client had done that themselves, saying that I'll give you the profile credentials. After that, you guys can, start using it for content distribution. We said, okay, here is what we did not know. They had generated those karma points with a lot of, let's just say, politically incorrect, etc. And then I'm like, how am I supposed to pivot it from politically incorrect opinions to you now talking about a CRM?
Hmm.
And people don't forget is something that I've realized, especially on Reddit.
Yeah.
People came back a full circle, and we had to, like you said, it's better to shut down the profile, start from scratch, versus try to do a pivot over there because it usually does not.
Yeah. See, being a Redditor myself, if someone is coming and contributing something, I would like to understand what this person is doing on Reddit. I would check out their profile. And if I see something wrong, I am either like calling that out or I will just downvote them. So I am using Reddit very, very, like on a daily basis, I use it for a good 1 hour or so. And I've seen certain people be like this, like they'll have a personal profile with a lot of personal opinions about them, like about certain things and all of that, but then they're also trying to promote, so it sort of gives a bad perception. So better to have a dedicated profile just for your brand rather than mixing your personal and your professional lives into one Reddit profile. It's always going to harm your brand in the end. So yeah. And I've also seen a very good example of someone of an ad campaign. If I can find the link and if I can remember the name, I will send it to you. But it was
Yes.
a brand which was promoting, I think, some energy drink or something like that. And people were calling it out in the comments. Okay, people were like, why do we want to try this when there are so many others in the market? So the person who was running the ad, the brand basically had a persona, they had a personality, very nice personality, and they were responding to those comments and questions on the subreddit, on the Reddit thread itself, saying this is something new that we are trying. These are the health benefits. This is how we stand out in all of the competitors and all of those things. And in a very fun, nice manner, which people appreciated. People came back, responded to those responses, and said, hey, we appreciate you doing this. So that's another way, like having a personality on Reddit really helps. Because Redditors, if you see this, some comments are so hilarious, some comments are so mean. Everyone has a personality over there, and nobody's shy to do that because they are behind a username that nobody can track back, right? So it's great as a platform. That's why I love Reddit so much, because people are their 100% truest self over there. So the brand should also be that in that case.
Yeah, like have a voice, and I would say open two-way conversation. I think one
Yes.
general theme that I'm also noticing in your answers is that if you make a two-way conversation, right? And you start genuinely, I think it works better.
Yeah, that is so true. That sums up whatever I'm saying.
So, looking ahead, where do you see Reddit fitting into broader social media plus brand strategy mix, especially as platforms shift with AI and algorithm changes? Because honestly speaking, most of the times when we're talking about Reddit, it's still considered as an SEO platform, right?
Yeah.
Now it's being considered as a platform that gets you citations, but it's still very limited to and social media is often limited to your meta platforms, maybe YouTube, Max,
Hmm.
or Twitter.
Hmm.
So, where do you see Reddit fitting in?
I think people should start considering the fact that Reddit is one of the major platforms that people discover brands. So have a small budget set aside to just do that. Even if you're at an earlier stage and if you're a beginner brand, I if you just start doing Reddit once in a day or once or twice in a week, it's a good place to be in because it is going to have the snowball effect wherein later on people will remember you for the kind of conversations that you've built on that platform, the kind of contributions you've done to the community. I think that's where Reddit becomes really, really important. Yes, of course, AI will cite Reddit answers, ChatGPT will pick those up. All of that is a added advantage to whatever you will be doing on Reddit, I feel. Those are the added advantages. What you really do on Reddit, building that community, building that open two-way conversation, like you said, all of that will have a more larger impact in the long run. So yeah, I have been recommending this to any founder that I have worked with right now, that Reddit as a strategy is going to really work well. Like, have, if not a full-time employee, have an intern do it, because they are also the younger generation, right? And they are very up with all of these new platforms, Substack and all of those, right? So Reddit, and they know how to speak also on Reddit. So have someone younger, some intern also do it at a smaller scale if you can, to begin with. And then later on, when you yourself see the value behind whatever effort you've put, whatever little effort you've put, you will want to invest in it. So, yeah, I think that's how people should think about Reddit as a channel now.
To bring this to a close, what would be that one tip that you give to companies, not
Hmm.
marketers, company stakeholders, when they're kickstarting Reddit?
Always have a own brand profile and not a personal profile. I think that is the one basic thing that we can take out of this conversation. Be authentic. Again, like coming back to the whole thing, being your most truest self on there, having a nice brand personality, giving your brand a personality on Reddit, that would really help. So, and do not shy away from being admitting your own faults. Okay, some product features are not that you provide today, but you can always say that, okay, we are working on this particular thing, stay tuned, something like that. So all of these will help build credibility as a brand on Reddit, and people will look forward to your updates, your whatever new you are doing, they will look forward to it whenever you announce it. So I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what you need to do on Reddit. You just need to be your most authentic self.
Yeah, I think all marketing now needs to be more
Oh.
authentic, and Reddit especially, unless you like to be hated on in
Yes,
general.
yes. You have to be
Yeah.
very careful with Reddit. That's all.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Sneha. That's all I had for you, but I may have some follow-up questions based on what people ask after seeing this episode.
Looking forward. And these conversations also help me learn. So I'm really looking forward to whatever questions people have.
Oh, yes, I'm going to try and rope in the best of people, just like you, to talk about certain subjects in detail so that we can, just deep dive into it.
Amazing. Great.